We've all been taught that butterflies drink nectar from flowers, but never blood. With colors and patterns that people enjoy most of the year, butterflies are undoubtedly one of nature's most beautiful creatures. They come in roughly 17,500 different species, and moths are also related to them, except that they're mostly made up of dark colors. Butterflies usually feed on nectar from flowers and plants because the sugar in nectar gives butterflies energy for their everyday activities like reproduction, flying, and self-defense. But did you know that some of them will feed on rotting matter, fruit, and dung, while others on urine, tears, sweat, and blood? I'm not joking about this. Butterflies don't have those piercing mouthparts that can penetrate skin or blood tissues, so they don't attack humans or other animals in the same manner as mosquitoes or horseflies do. They will, however, drink blood if it is exposed to them in any way or form. Any liquid that is moist, rich in sugars for energy, or rich in salts and minerals for reproduction, a butterfly will feed on. When a butterfly lands on you, it's most likely trying to drink the sweats from your body because they contain the salt that they need. But there's this species of butterflies that specifically feed on the blood of animals and humans, and they are the vampire moths. Vampire moths were discovered in Siberia in 2008. They then offered a hand to one of the moths. The moth then pierced the skin with its tongue and started consuming the blood. These moths have slowly increased their popularity and can now be found in Southeast Asia, Eastern Africa, and Northern Europe. These vampire butterflies use the blood they suck to provide females with food during reproduction, which will feed the next generation of these sinister butterflies. Oh, and to clear up any confusion between moths and butterflies, both moths and butterflies have a long, tubular proboscis that they use to suck up liquids like a straw, and butterflies, when in a rest position, fold their wings up, but moths fold their wings close to their bodies to create a tent-like structure that covers their abdomen. The proboscis of a butterfly is made up of two tubes connected by hooks, and they can be separated for cleaning. The proboscis can be curled up and stored, then extended when the butterfly needs them. If the butterfly eats a sticky substance that clogs its proboscis, it can unhook the two tubes to clean them. Pretty simple and smooth. But the proboscis of a butterfly does not have taste buds to taste foods. In fact, the taste, smell, and touch receptors are all located on the back of a butterfly's legs. Okay, but do remember that there are some taste receptors on their proboscis and antennas, but most of the taste buds are focused on their feet. Imagine walking around all day and then tasting your shoes. Couldn't be me. It's important for female butterflies to walk on their food because it helps them determine whether the leaf is edible to a caterpillar and if she has discovered the best place for her eggs to hatch. Unlike butterflies that like to land on you to do their business, bees are a different story. If you mess with them, they'll mess with you. The reason why most people advise you to stay away from beehives is that when you walk near them, you start getting fearful of them, wishing they don't sting you. And because of that, you start releasing certain kinds of pheromones into the air, and bees can detect that pheromone and react accordingly because they feel threatened. But it's not all the time you come to the bee. Sometimes the bee comes to you. They mostly focus on flowers, and if you resemble a flower because of your colorful clothes, then they will check you out. Honeybees can be easily triggered by brightly colored clothing and sticky hands because they are attracted to sweet, sugary smells, such as those from soft beverages and fruits. Most bees are herbivores, meaning they only eat plants, but wasps and hornets, on the other hand, are omnivores, meaning they eat meat, spiders, and other insects in addition to plants. But here's a little fact to remember.
All hornets are technically wasps, but not all wasps are hornets.
A wasp that goes by the name tarantula hawk is the largest species of wasps in the United States and has the second most painful sting in the Schmidt's sting pain index. Aside from Europe and Antarctica, they can be found on every continent. Basically, wherever there's a tarantula, there's also a tarantula hawk. The tarantula hawks got their name because of what they eat and how they hunt. They fly around in the sky and detect chemicals in the air that tells them where the burrow of the tarantula is located. And to make things even creepier, when a tarantula hawk stumbles upon a tarantula, it fights with it until it manages to sting the tarantula once between the legs and inject a lethal venom. The tarantula is then immediately immobilized. However, adult tarantula hawks do not eat tarantulas. Instead, they are dragged back to a burrow by the tarantula hawk, who then lays an egg on the tarantula. When the egg hatches, the larvae then start eating the non-essential parts of the still-alive tarantula to prevent it from rotting, and then about 30 days, the larvae finish with the vital organs. This is so the larva can consume as many nutrients as possible. Talk about a cruel and vicious creature. See you later.